Hey guys, Marsingin here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so the maintenance finally ended on global. It was extended on both versions for an hour originally, and then for some reason the global one was extended by another 30 minutes. The JP one wasn't. So we saw a bunch of info coming up from the data download and everything for the JP version first. Of course, you know, with no one there to instantly translate it, and you know, the global Twitter not posting things as usual, we've kind of had to wait for the data download to finish here on global so that we can actually see a bunch of this information. But not only do we now have info on all of the stuff that is coming out tomorrow, and you know, with the Roshi stuff, but there's also a bunch of stuff that is now live in game already. So there's a bunch of stuff here in the news for today. One of the first big ones is we are getting some missions related to the Daima characters, and the Daima Goku and Vegeta can now be awakened. There's a whole bunch of missions to go through to get extra copies of them, to get medals and stuff as well. So we'll do that today and get a showcase for them done. I didn't bother showcasing their SR versions, but we'll see what the SSR ones are like. They had relatively good base kits considering they were just SRs, but see what they're looking like now. So this is the information on the actual update for the maintenance to the new version 5.23.0. so this is all live in game now, right? The optimized panel missions. So the greatest warrior, which is basically like the tutorial, has now been fully updated. There's now a full like free to play Z Fighters team, which is farmable from actually the DB Saga Saiyan Saga event. So yeah, we just go through. There's the new thing for the stage details that gives you information on the enemies. I'll show that properly. And then the visual count of the actions of certain characters, like the number of times you've dodged. A bunch of the symbols have changed, so be aware of these now. Obviously, this is what stun looks like now. This is ceiling, turn delayed, obviously when you use like a Ghost Usher or Int Boo's active skill or something like that. And then these are the action break ones, and then just some typical like generic bug fixes. Then they go into the greatest warrior. So this is going to have a bunch of different tabs with a bunch of different missions. They go through here some of the information. Obviously they list a bunch of the free-to-play characters here. Completing the tutorial gets you a bunch of this stuff, and then of course you have the different levels of this. Intermediate, which is about skill orbs. I think these are, someone was saying, I saw the free-to-play team, the Z Fighters, I think have unique skill orbs. And then the advanced goes over link leveling, and you can get some link skill orbs as well. And then the expert stage can get you some Kais and some meat items as well. So now the thing is, of course, we mentioned earlier when we were talking about the upcoming update, that if you're someone who's been playing the game for a while, they did say that a lot of these missions would potentially auto-complete. So we'll be able to take a look here and see just what has actually happened, obviously for me, because of course I've done like everything in the game up to this point. So we'll see what has actually been updated. So this is the update for the DB Saga story, the Saiyan Warrior race stage, and we can see as we scroll down, you can now farm these new characters from these stages, right? So stage 4, you can farm the AGL Piccolo and Gohan. Stage 6, you farm the STR Yamcha. Stage 7 is the Chaozu and the TN from that stage, and then stage 8 is the Int Krillin. The other units that are there are, of course, the older ones that already existed, right? The old STR Vegeta, Int Nappa, and then, of course, the physical Goku that is the version Z Goku, who I believe, I don't know if that's live now, actually, because I'm looking at the schedule for the upcoming stuff, because a bunch of stuff comes out tomorrow. And the version Z Goku EZA isn't there, so I think he might actually have it live now already, because of course he leads the team. And then we have new quest stages as well, and as always with the new quest stages, the shop has been updated, so there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can get from there with the blue gems. So just going to accept these. This is just the daily login gifts. I don't think there's anything particularly out of the ordinary there, but let's take a look at the panel missions setup. So you can see here we have the complete the panel missions, the beginner tab. So obviously some of these are like undergo training once. I mean, obviously I've trained characters thousands of times at this point, but that's an easy one to reset. So Z awaken the free-to-play farmable characters. Obviously, that is something that you need to do by completing the first mission by beating the tutorial, which obviously if you're a new player, that's what you'll do straight away. If you're a current player, you'll have already done it. That mission will be auto-completed, and then it gives you a copy of each of the free-to-play Z fighters right there. So that's good. Then if we take a look at the intermediate tab, okay, so a lot of these are just very easy to get redone now. Let's see what this gives me. So clear Pan's secret adventure once, and then we've got skill orb. So this is for the Chaozu. This is going to be for TN. Okay, 2 different ones for Chaozu. So these are all for him, right? So you can choose which ones you want, I guess. So like the defense. I haven't looked at their kits yet either, which is crazy. So those are live now. Advanced. Oh, we've completed all of these. Okay, because these are for some of the more difficult events in the game. So we can go ahead and accept all of those. We get some link skill orbs, some ghost ushers, some Whis, and the tickets to get some orbs from the Whis event, like treasure chests. That's that panel fully completed. So what does that give us? 5 extra stones and a sticker. Let's go. And then we have... Wait, did it add more? We're still on advanced. Yeah, I guess it did add more. So yeah, there's a lot of these missions to be getting done. There's some box space as well, so that's nice. And then for expert, we've got... Okay, Extreme Super Battle Road, the Red Zone, different Red Zones, the Shadow Dragon event. Yeah, a bunch of the different red zones. Intensifying fights. Cell Max. Alright, so we can go ahead and accept those. Get a bunch of the type Kais and some meat items. Complete that panel. And that gives us... I'm assuming it'll be about the same, yeah, 5 stones. And are there some more? There are some more for the other red zones and stuff. So, I mean, if you are someone who is already a long-time player and you've done a bunch of this stuff, that's a pretty decent amount of rewards to just jump in and get. And then, yeah, the ones for just, like, complete a certain type of event a bunch of times are the ones that don't carry over. Because, obviously, you know, I have all the Super Strike characters, for example, all farmed up. So, obviously, I've completed Super Strike events more than 3 times. But that's a pretty good start. We've got a bunch of stuff going to here. So, let's grab all of those. Yeah, of course, there's so many medals, damn. Yeah, no wonder I can't pick up all of those. That is a ton of medals. So yeah, let me see, is the Easy A for Goku, is that like I would assume that would be an Extreme Z area, so is that something that's out already? Because it doesn't show him in the schedule of upcoming cards. So, let's take a look here. Of course, the game's taking ages to load because everyone's jumped in now that it's out of maintenance. Especially those poor World Tournament grinders who, now that the maintenance is done, have to get back on the World Tournament as it goes on for the whole of the rest of today. So yeah, there's no event here for it. I wonder if we go to Awaken and then Super Physical LRs. Yeah, he does have the option to be awakened. We just don't have the medals. Are they going to come from missions maybe? That would probably make sense, right? You get all of the stuff for the version Z Goku. Oh, can be obtained from Barber's shop with blue incredible gems. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and grab those now, because then we can actually look at what he does. No, my luck, I'll have jumped the gun, and there is a way to get them from somewhere else. But that's what it says in the description, and I've got plenty of blue gems, so it was 45 to Easy A and LR, isn't it? It's all for science. We're all just doing this on the fly here, live, literally as the maintenance ends. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and fully Easy A this guy. And then I'll just use Kai's to get his SA to full. There's no reason to worry about. I've got 65 dosing Kai's. I wonder how long will it take us to get these to actually work though, because I want to see what his upgraded super attack effects are. Hey, at least we get our missions for doing training a bunch of times, I guess, right? Man, dosing Kai's are such a pain. There you go, 3 worked that time. Okay. Just use 3 here. We only need 2 to work. Okay, we got 1. Come on. One of you, I mean, I say one of you's got to work. They have like a 30% chance of working, but Although I think doesn't the that updates his super attack effect anyway, doesn't it? Getting him to 24. Oh, come on, really? I just want it to be done so I can not have to worry about coming back to it. Right, so there we go. Version Z Goku Easy 8. So now he's a Saiyan Saga leader, 4 key and 130, or all types 3 key and 70%. So obviously with the full free-to-play team that you can farm, and then this guy getting his leader skill updated, he's obviously free from doing all the panel missions and stuff as well. That means you have a Saiyan Saga free-to-play category team, 4 key 130, and then obviously all those free-to-play guys on the team with him. So that's really good if you are starting out. His 12 key super greatly raised attack and defense for 1 turn, colossal damage. 18 key is greatly raised defense, which is an infinite stack. Greatly raised attack for 1 turn and mega colossal. So that's good. And then we've got... Why is this not coming up? Oh, of course, they've changed this now with the update. So you don't have to press and hold this. You just literally press the button. That's so good, because the number of times I'm sat like reading a unit's passive in a showcase and I accidentally like let up the pressure a little bit with my finger so it disappears. So key +2, attack and defense 159, additional attack and defense 59 when performing a super, guards all attacks as the first attacker in the turn, reduces damage received by 30% for 3 turns from the entry turn, launches an additional super within the same turn after receiving an attack, additional attack and defense 10% with each attack received up to 30, chance to crit 15% per superclass ally on the team up to 59. All allies 3 key and attack and defense 40%, plus an additional 3 key and attack and defense 59% when attacking extreme class enemies or as the first attacker in the turn. So obviously when it comes to this free to play team, I mean, he would be the best unit because he's an LR with an Easy A. He's designed, I guess, to be the slot 1 unit for that team. So in super difficult content, I'm not sure if he would have the stats to be great in slot 1, like with his start of turn defense and then just 30% damage reduction. But obviously this free team is kind of there for you to be able to beat all of the early content, like clear through quest mode, beat the Dokkan events for the summonable characters that you get so that you can awaken them. So this team should be very, very good for that. Obviously I'll go through and, you know, farm up the free to play team and we'll get a video out for them today as quickly as possible. But yeah, that's the Goku Easy Aid. So yeah, we got to farm the free-to-play team. I don't know why I've gone back to that, because that's the... Let's check the Daima missions for the getting the medals and everything to awaken them. I'll have to get that done today as well. Oh yeah, there's so much stuff with this update. Very good. So let's go to... Yeah, here we go. So we've already done a bunch of these. Level up a super attack. Gets you a bunch of them. Use a training location. So there's a few more copies of the Goku and the Vegeta. I'm not sure how many copies we'll get in total, because obviously at the moment they don't awaken to UR, so they don't have hidden potential. But obviously they don't have farmable super attacks either. So I don't know whether you're like supposed to use the copies that they're giving you now just to get them up to SA10. Complete all the diamond. Yeah, that's the ones that give you the medals. Okay, that makes sense. You get a bunch of extra copies there as well. Because if we go to awaken those guys, I'm assuming they do only need the 10 medals, right? Yeah, so you get all the medals from completing all the missions. So make sure to go ahead and get those done as well. Let's check out the event info thing as well before we jump into all the stuff that's coming out tomorrow. Yeah, so much stuff with this update. So yeah, if we take a look, I mean, why we would start here, but Metal Cooler Core. So if we go to the info tab, do we get, is it on here, or where do we see this extra information? If we go into here, do we have to go all the way into the actual thing here? Stage details. Oh yeah, here we go. So limits, continues not allowed, yeah. Enemy info. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, phase 1 in Metal Cooler Army, and there's all the information about their stuff, right? So they can't be stunned, they can't be sealed. It shows the categories that they're on. So obviously that is useful for, you know, when you build teams and certain characters get buffs against certain categories. Sometimes it's obvious, right? Like versus Wicked Bloodline, we know we would have that. But you can check all the categories. And then, yeah, it doesn't show any of the stats in terms of like their HP or the damage that they do or anything. But having these little bits of extra information definitely is very useful. So yeah, tons of stuff in this update, loads of things to be getting on with. I guess rip all the people who are locked into trying to make sure they get the World Tournament placement done that they want, because I imagine a lot of people who are not too fussed about World Tournament will just be getting on and doing all of this new stuff today. So it's a bit of a shame that it has been extended for so long. But yeah, tons and tons of stuff to be getting on with. And then just to show here as well, this is the schedule. If we flick over to the view here to see the Dokkan info page. So this is all the stuff upcoming for Global. Because bear in mind, some of this stuff will be for JP, like the EZAs. So we know about the Goku and Vegeta exchange, and then the Krillin and Gohan EZA. Those are both coming out tomorrow morning. Obviously, it seems like going forward, the new time for banners and content is the same as it has been for the last couple of banners now, where it's 6 AM UK time. But the EZAs for Krillin and Gohan and Vegeta and Goku come out tomorrow at that time. And then, of course, for Global, we have the release of Master Roshi. So not only are we getting Master Roshi with obviously his banner unit, the Bulma, we're also getting pretty much all of the content from his celebration at the same time. So Videl is getting her EZA tomorrow as well at the same time. So that'll be a 30-stage Extreme Z battle for Videl. And then we've got the Peppy Gals support banner that has the new Mai and the Universe 11 Pride Troopers woman, whose name I always forget. That all comes out tomorrow at the same time as well. So we're going to have 2 banners for Global, essentially 3 EZAs, because we've got the 2 LRs and Videl. Then we also have, if we see at the top here, you've got this new Goten and the Kid Icarus. They are the Halloween free-to-play farmable card, so they come out in a couple of days time. And then we're getting the EZAs for the Margarita and is it Kuwei, whoever her name is, from the Tournament of Power. For some reason they're not for another week, even though they're dropping everything else from the Roshi celebration tomorrow. So not only have we got tons of stuff go live today, but tons of stuff is coming out tomorrow, and then a few things in the next few days. And this is just the units, because bear in mind we should also have the Peppy Gals event and all these other events to go along with this stuff all coming out tomorrow as well. So tons of stuff to be getting on with today, tons of stuff coming out tomorrow, loads of updates to the actual game itself with the enemy info, the action counter in game, changing the way the info is displayed in the character cards. This is a massive update, so let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. And then obviously for Global specifically, with all of this stuff coming out with the extra EZAs, the Peppy Gals event and all that kind of stuff, I saw somebody post a breakdown tweet for it earlier. I think it was Annie, that we're basically getting almost 300 stones worth of stuff with this update worth of content. So all of the stuff that's out today and tomorrow, probably including the Margarita and Kuwait EZAs, even though they're next week, but all of this stuff towards the end, basically for the end of October, we're getting around 300 stones from all of this for Global. So definitely very good. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. Which part of the update are you most excited about? I'm going to get on and farm the free-to-play Namek Saga team, Saiyan Saga team, so we can show them off. But yeah, let me know all your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.